Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this plans for 2024. I'm going to just call it that, plans for 2024 for the channel. Today I just kind of wanted to go over some thoughts, processes that I've been having with regards to the channel moving forward, all positive stuff, and just, you know, give you guys some kind of indication of what I would like to do in 2024 and essentially go from there. So, first off, if you haven't seen my review of 2023, I'm very happy with the channel growth and where the channel's going. Slightly less content than I think than the year before, but that's okay. I'm not against what the content, the slight reduction in content has been. I think 2 videos a week is what I would like to keep striving for, and then, you know, other videos in between that if I feel necessary, or reactions and live streams and all that sort of things. So, first off, you can expect the same content going forward. So I'm still going to do Opinion Machine. I'm still going to do like updates on the channel and things like that, and then, you know, the music top 10s, stuff like that. Just, you know, just what you've been seeing is going to continue to go forward. What I would like to do in 2024 is do more written style content. I'm not going to suddenly flip the channel. I'm not talking about like, oh, suddenly I'm doing 20 videos a year. No, I have maybe like 5 videos I would like to do sort of more scripted, in plans anyway, or ideas. So I would like to work on those, but there's no kind of time frame or date for those. They will just come out when they're done and when I feel they are good enough to be released into the wild. But it does kind of lead on to one thing, or a bigger thing that I'm thinking about for 2024, and that is the improvement of quality of the content. Now, I'm not in a place where I think the content is bad or I'm unhappy with it. In fact, I'm pretty happy with how things are. But there obviously could be some improvements around, whether it be thumbnails, whether it be the quality of what you see in the video, whether that's me talking to the camera or whatever. Like, obviously, where you can see me in this video, but it's just like I've got God rays around me where all the light's coming in. So there is a potential of me maybe improving that. I know it's kind of my thing, is having that kind of lower quality look to everything, because I quite like what you can see in the background. There's another computer back there, whichever shoulder it is, that one, stuff. Maybe I need to like put some things up on the wall to make it a little bit more interesting in the background. But I think there's improvements that could be made, and I think to do that, in some aspects, I might have to, at some points, start accepting the fact that I don't need to put as much pressure on myself in terms of getting content out. I am a very small channel in the grand scheme of things, and I probably put out more content than some bigger channels, because I feel like, oh, regularity and playing the YouTube game of having regular content come out, you know, on the same sort of days every week is what's going to do it, you know, grow the channel, and obviously that does work. But on top of that, I've only really had a very few amount of videos that have really blown up, and that's what brings in the viewership, and some of that stuff is, I think it's just pure luck on whether YouTube decides to push it. So obviously, you know, I want to capitalize on that stuff, but still, just ultimately it's a bit of luck involved with that. So I've been thinking that maybe what I might do in the future, like not anytime soon, but in the future, there might be times where I might just be like, you know what, I'm not going to upload for the next 2 weeks, because I want to work on these bits of content, get that content ready and at a quality that I'm happy with, and put that stuff out. I am working on a new series. I haven't done nearly as much work as I thought I would do on it, and in the grand scheme of through December, but I've just had, you know, real world stuff going on, and that just gets in the way. So that's something that I'll just keep working away on in the background, and eventually it will come to fruition. But yeah, I'm not opposed to even taking a month off in some aspects now. Like, I need to stop putting so much pressure on myself to get content out, because some of it's like, you know, it's just there for the sake of being there. I mean, obviously people want to watch it, but, you know, I just think if this was my full-time job and I was making a decent wage off of it, then that's different. I think, you know, you have to kind of plan around that, but I'm not, and I have a real world job, and this is my side project, and I do want to grow the channel, and I do want to get to a point where it's bigger and successful. But I think I can be a bit more lenient on myself for it, and I don't need to like put myself into a corner of like, I need to get all this stuff done and come home from work and be tired and put out crap content, or just not have the time to do it, and I'd rather just work on stuff that I want, is going to be, I'm obviously going to enjoy it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it too. So, I think that's really important, to make sure I'm having the right kind of time off, and make sure I'm not burning out on anything. Like, I definitely feel very creative at the moment, or I have a lot of ideas for videos or things that I want to talk about. But it'd be nice to be able to sit down and do some Smash compilations. It would be nice to sit down and do some more retro reminiscences. On the term of retro reminiscences, in discussions in general, like just having more discussion content on the channel. Like, again, doesn't have to be like flooding the channel, but I would like to do more stuff with Jack, with Mark, with Dave. I enjoy that sort of stuff. It's just finding the time, So hopefully there will be other people on the channel and doing some of that. I've also reached out to a couple of YouTubers. I would love to do stuff with and do some collabs with other YouTubers. I think that would be a ton of fun, and and look at stuff like that going forward, because I think sometimes it's fun to just discuss stuff with people, have conversations, do all that good stuff, and that's something I do miss. But all of this stuff is just depending on what other people's time, when they're free, when all that sort of stuff. Like, I can't force people into doing stuff if it doesn't suit their lifestyle or whatever. So there's that as well. What else have I got written down? I've got a list off screen. Basically just sort of talking about what I would want to do, things like that. All in all, I think I would like to return to some, to doing more retro rems, to doing more Smash content, things like that. But anytime I try to force those things, that's when they just don't work. So I'm not going to force it. I'm going to try and plan. Also, my weeks are going to be changing. So basically, because of the fact that Dave's computer is back there, and obviously I live with him, so he, here as well, I have to work around his schedule. And his schedule is now become a 9 to 5, and my job isn't like that. So I have one day every week now where to get all my content ready and stuff. So I've got to change up my working practices a bit to make sure I'm always ahead of the game. Which is partly why it all mixes into, like, I'm not going to burn myself out. I'm not going to force myself. If things get finished, they get finished. If they don't, if that means there's gaps in upload schedule, so be it. I'm not going to put all those sort of pressure on it. I would like to do a lot of stuff. I have a lot of plans and a lot of things, but all of that stuff will materialize when it gets there. I'm not going to force it, basically. So, and most importantly, the biggest thing is going into 2024 is just keep enjoying what I'm doing, which I am loving doing YouTube this year. I've loved it all this time, creating content, seeing what people are latching on to, seeing people comment, whether it be negative or positive, whatever it is, just overall, I'm still very much enjoying doing what I'm doing. I would like to live stream a little bit more, and maybe I can figure something out for that. But to be honest, I'm probably not going to do like live streams in terms of like I'm going to play this a complete game. It's probably just going to be like today I'm going to be playing this game, or trying, like I was going to play Mass Effect at some point. I still haven't played Mass Effect. I think a lot of my streams might be me trying certain games for the first time, or just I'm really in the mood to play this today. This is what I'm playing. And then not feel the urge to follow that up. The only exception to that would be something like Civilization. When I get back to doing that, I used to really enjoy streaming Civ 6. For some reason, people really liked watching it, and I don't really know why. But maybe I do something like that again. I tried to be a bit more skillful at it, or whatever it might be. Because I'm not, despite me having a lot of hours in that game, I wouldn't say I was amazing at it or anything. But there's, as long as I keep enjoying doing it, then there'll always be content. And I'll keep updates and stuff to tell people like what's going on and what's not. Hopefully throughout the month of January, hopefully throughout the month of February, it'll be a nice steady stream, and then I can hopefully have some time off to catch up on things. Finish off some of my written stuff that I've started and all that. Like, just ultimately, you guys get this content for free. Like, even when YouTube puts adverts on my videos, which I really don't like. You guys get this for free. I hope that you appreciate the fact that it is there for free, and I like I said, I keep enjoying it, so I'll keep doing it. But yeah, 2024, less pressure on my shoulders to get content out. For me to feel there's an improvement there, to look at other places for improvement, to get more people involved. I have, like I said, I have ideas and discussions and stuff that I'd like to do. It's just finding time. You've got to work around other people. But all in all, I'm actually really looking forward to 2024. I think 2023 was very good. 2024 is very, hopefully going to be even better. And here's hoping that the channel keeps growing and people keep watching and more people get interacting, because that's all I really want, is for the place for people to come and watch this content. And there will be a video coming up with some purchases I've got over the span of Christmas, and I will want to do some video. I will probably want to do videos on some of that stuff, but that is stuff for 2024, essentially for next year. This year, depending on when this video goes out, and all that. So basically, all in all, I'm enjoying it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it, and there's plenty of content that I still want to make. So, look forward to that. So let's hope we get off to a good start. So thank you very much for watching the video, as always. If you like the video, hit like. If you want to see more content like this, then hit subscribe. Links for Facebook and Twitter will be down below. I will try to be more interactive with those this year as well. And until next video, I will see you then.